Coco.
Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, he's Coco for Cocoa
What's up,
Puffs.
people?
Okay, before we get into the subject.
Okay, so dead ass. I just
Scotty
muted my
Too
mic
Hottie.
on the OBS. Now that
Yes,
I'm unmuted.
that's literally what I was about to
Oh
ask.
yeah, like I did a
You
double
did
take
that
from last
literally
time.
last
We
time.
did that, yeah.
And the worst part is, I recorded our little
little entire
fix
segment,
and
yeah.
and I did the exact same
we
thing.
did the same thing. Well,
So,
I'm
yeah.
here. All I said was Jdude's our co-host. Same guys as
Yeah,
always.
cocaine
for the most
host.
part.
No, Jdude's our cocaine host. Thank you, Carlito.
Yep.
He's pushing the crystal right now, like really fucking hard.
He's really pushing it in.
Yeah, look at him. Look at my boy Ben Askren down on the floor. I feel bad for him. Anyways, we got quite a doozy regarding today's episode. We have 3 big topics, maybe more topics, depending on where the fuck we go with this conversation. I know France likes to get carried away with things. Post-Mania success, staff changes, post-removal, rematch clause. We're going to discuss the effects of that today.
Look, discuss what Tuesday said about me. I just want everyone to know that I compete in public speaking.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. Yes. Here comes the cheers. Danny, you get a shout out. Whoever's blocked for me, no, it's TTB. You get a shout out. Jar, you don't get a shout out. Coolister, you get a shout out. All right, that's it.
All right, let's get down to it.
Wait. I want to shout out someone. Is that right? I want to shout out my boy, the Fizzo, too.
Where is he? Why isn't he in this call?
I don't know where he's at, but
he's the fucking goat.
He's my best bud. Alright, no. Fizzo, too. Shit.
Post-Mania success. Before Mania, we were having a lot of struggles, agreed?
Yeah, when rejoining DWF, I saw, it's a bit of a mix-up. Like the first controversy I think I noticed was the Devi and the Immortal title shot. And from what I heard, it was about Vontae and this disease. I don't know what it's about, but
cystic fibrosis has entered the chat.
Fibrosis? What the fuck?
Anyways, that's the first drama I heard about when I first joined.
Isn't that a disease?
Yeah.
It is a disease.
It's like a kidney thing. Most people pass away at 21 because of it. He said he's fully cured, so great for him.
Good job.
Wait, actually, seriously though, who's got fibrosis? Also, shout out to Fortune!
It was Vontae.
Oh.
We talked about this.
Anyways,
yeah, I rejoined sometime around late February, January. I don't remember. It was a winter month. I didn't know what to expect. I was just expecting some of the same old, but we were going through quite a lull. Attendance was in the fucking shitter.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised.
I was really surprised because we would have 30 or so in a show and they would stay. It'd stagnate maybe a little, but it would get to the point where there was only 5 people by main event time, and I was like, holy shit, is this for real? Are we gonna die? One thing I do remember, you mentioned the Devi controversy. That was actually kind of good for DWF because all this controversy with how much of a dick Devi was actually brought attention to DWF. But this was only limited, and when Devi was gone, we were back to square one with what the fuck do we do here? I know. France has...
Okay, well, everyone knows here is that I haven't been shown any show. Okay, first question I have is Hodgson hosting any shows?
No.
There's your answer. There's your answer of why there hasn't been that many attendance.
There was a temporary lull.
I mean, it wasn't any better when he was hosting still. I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't better. Hodgson didn't really fix much. It was actually as of recent, leading up to DWF Mania, that we actually finally, the lull finally ended. What should we attribute this to? Because it sure as hell wasn't. Yeah, it sure as hell wasn't storyline.
Yeah, sure.
Because it sure as hell was not. There was matchups, but there wasn't storylines for them. And like we were expecting a really hard flop by DWF Mania, but I mean we had like the best DWF Mania that I can ever recall, and I was really blown away by that fact. Any thoughts on that?
We were supposed to commentate for that, but
we were. Yeah, no. I was in Maryland. I was not gonna commentate in this small, dingy ass apartment.
Yeah, I was going to commentate, but no one was going to join the call. I was like,
no,
okay,
like I saw you. You were just all alone. I was like, oh Christ. Like I have nothing.
The one time I show up for shows, everyone's gone.
Right, everyone's gone. No voice chat.
Yeah.
But I mean, we really played around with some things that have really just helped us as a whole. For one, talent has really, like, I'm not saying promotional talent. Again, we just established that's in the shitter, at least pre-Mania. There's, like, talent clean-wise will provide a lot of enjoyable performances on a pay-per-view level. We had a lot of bangers and surprise matches at DWF Mania. I recall... What was the one that really surprised me? I have to go all the way back to match cards.
While you look for that, I'm gonna have to.
Okay, yeah, I'm
agree
already
with
there.
you. I remember in 2018 when I was basically fighting some. I wouldn't say they're nobody, just people that weren't that good. But when I came back, I was struggling more. I lost to a PXT.
Yeah.
My first match.
Yeah, like the PXT had a major talent boost, and this was really surprising. For a long time, me and France were just wondering, hey, when the hell are these FA guys finally coming to the main roster?
Yeah. Well, I legit thought Hudson would keep them in like PXT for like the longest fucking time.
Yeah, and
I thought he was gonna pull me, like leaving me in PXT fucking ever.
Forever.
Yeah. The worst part is, especially with like a faction, is trying to bring them to like a wrestling group, because a lot of times they have this this developmental brand, PXT, EW, you name it, and that's what screws up. I feel like I love EW, but it screws up ideas of factions moving into big feds like DWF, for say, because it's such like a it's such difficulty because you got to bring everyone in, and the main reason why they waited so long to bring everyone, well, to bring FA in the main roster was because actually I believe Insanity could have joined the main roster anytime he wanted, but he wanted to join with FA, so it took a long time for that to happen, and when it happened, it was pretty good. I wasn't at the shows that they've been in main roster, but either way, it's still the same thing. It's just like I really gotta say, like, I definitely couldn't wait that long. I just waited until like they'll call me up. I feel like I'm doing.
And the thing is, he really took time, especially Insanity, to just sit there and let everything organically grow. And when he was like, okay, it's time for some of us to start moving up, he really played with who would be on FA first. And then when he realized, okay, we got all these people that we invited, we're going to cut our loose ends, we're going to keep what's good about FA, and then we're going to move up. And they really executed that very well. Anyways, back on topic, post-DWF Mania success, there was some really surprising matches, and as I was saying, the performances were really surprising because we have a lot of good, clean talent. Maybe not promotional talent, but the weight of some of the names is actually enough to carry these matches. Mob Punk versus Raheem Dinero. I was expecting a little one-sidedness. 5-4 Raheem Dinero. I was really surprised by how well Mob actually did.
Well, to be fair, he was like down 3-0.
Yeah, he was down.
Mob is a great wrestler. He's a great wrestler. I'll never say otherwise. He is a great wrestler. If you told me that Mob's gonna get jobbed, I would say I doubt it, because even though like he's not the best clean row wrestler, he doesn't. I can't say that he could be me cool. I want to say Cool Ballard, but I've heard of his name, but I think he's absolute shit. So welcome to the podcast,
welcome to
Ballard.
the DWF News podcast.
And. And so you know what I mean? Like, if I did a match with Mob, I think it would be a pretty good match. But like, I can't say he's gonna win. Yeah. Like, Mob just has that guarantee of that. Like, and that's what I enjoy about it. But either way, what's your input on it?
Go ahead, Jdude. It's all you.
About Mob, I feel like I kind of feel bad for not seeing them as more I should have, because I left for about a year, and that's about, I think it's about where he was starting to shine more, around 2018. But I had a fall in with DWF. I wish I'd have. I really think he is a good competitor, and I think he's better than I think he is, because I feel like he's like this top competitor, but he's mistaken as some fool who no one takes serious. But I think he's really good.
Yeah. And that's the feeling. This clown era DWF. It sounds like patronizing to say clown era.
That's the official
right?
name.
Yeah, that is the
You're
official
still
name.
with it. We in the clown era now.
That's why I think people think he's a fool, because of his. People may not know how good he is, because he's just a host. People think he's a host, but he's not. He's better than a host. He's more than a host.
Clown Balor.
And like I say, clown era. That's
say
not negatively. The talent here, clean-wise, is phenomenal here.
Anyone who underestimates Mob is indeed a clown.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a clown. That's why they started in the clown era.
But yeah, more Mania matches that surprised me. Engine versus Cody Danger. Engine.
I never thought Engine would win.
I would never thought. I didn't think, like, I trained this kid. I didn't think he'd actually execute. Holy shit, I was surprised. Props to Engine. You really showed me what the fuck was up. Fun match. The Nico Diabolical match was absolutely phenomenal. The World Heavyweight Championship match was easily cream of the crop. That was fight of the night for me. The way Nico came in, like, towards the latter half of that fight and just won the whole thing, I was like, holy shit, impressive.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think we just have, like, this trickle-down effect, and we take what was good about Mania, and we're starting to just exemplify it, right? We're taking all this clown-era shenanigans, this clown-era success, and we're building on top of it as we exit the clown era to get something even better progressing forward.
The circus era. No, I'm kidding.
The circus era. Here we go, boys.
Let's go.
All right.
It's only the beginning.
It's only the beginning. Let's talk staff changes. We've been moving around a lot.
Ooh.
This is, and, you know, Hoxton gone, right? That has to, you know, that changes the entire dynamic of DWF, because we're leaning on a crutch there, you know, expecting Hoxton for the longest time.
It's not just Hoxton.
It's
like,
not just Hoxton.
None of the usual hosts are here.
Yeah,
not
Daniel
not
Saraceno. I remember just when he was at Royal Rumble, and we were expecting, you know, Hoxton was gone. You know, this was the beginning of, like, his laptop overheating and all that. We didn't know at the time, but, you know, when Daniel stepped in and we expected him to step in, he had something of a mental breakdown, and I was like, okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Daniel Saraceno was having an entire breakdown. Everyone was going to him for whispers.
Oh man, not
everyone.
Danny boy.
Yeah, everyone wanted answers. Right? They were in his whispers. They were in his DMs. I even pinged him at one point. OMG Balor no-showed. He had baseball. The bitch of all bitches, when, you know, fucking Youth League gets in the way of your Row Wrestling match. Yeah,
I mean,
but
really, who has a life? We're Row Wrestling.
Yeah, we're Row Wrestling.
Never had a life. No, I'm kidding.
Can't believe this shit. But yeah, like, I was expecting Daniel to man up. You know, I expected this, and he kind of cowered away. He was gone the entire pay-per-view. We were looking at Cole to do the matches.
To be honest, Daniel isn't here most of the time. He's kind of like me. He just kind of has the role, and he's just here.
Yeah, he's been gone. I mean, after the he did all this promo stuff with the Immortal Championship, and none of it was used. Never happened. Chekhov's gun, okay? That's a cinematic technique filmmakers use. You introduce something, let's say a gun, and the expectation is, now that you've introduced this gun, we expect to use it later. Daniel Saraceno comes in as Brim, okay? He attacks Water Hardy. We expect Daniel Saraceno to have involvement with the Immortal title scene. DWF Mania rolls around. Elimination Chamber rolled around. No sign of Daniel Saraceno. It's absolutely nothing. Mute. Zip. No Daniel Saraceno.
When the Fed needed them the most.
If Cool Bauer does not know who I am, then he is as irrelevant in DWF as I think he is.
Oh Jesus! But back on topic from all this.
But
flaming
back on
cool
topic.
color.
If actually I remember, because here's the thing though. Daniel was actually supposed to be booked for DWF Mania. This is actually true. I remember because he sent me pictures. Hawksons was hosting. It was actually after. I can say this because DWF Mania is fucking gone. That shit's over. But like Hawkson messaged Darks. He sent me a screenshot, and it was it was after him versus Zane for the title. Hawkson messaged him saying, "Yeah, that looks fishy. I'll let you get another title shot." He was originally supposed to have it was supposed to be a triple threat with Water, Zane, and Darks at DWF Mania. But for some reason it didn't happen. It actually isn't it wasn't Dark's fault at all.
And yeah, like I mean, regardless of whether it is his fault or not, I'm not saying it's his fault or anything. The guy was absent nonetheless, and he just fell off the face of the earth, and I was like, what the fucking hell? And Hawkson's gone, his second in command, his deputy Daniel is gone, so who are we left with? And
you know what it was actually you know what I think Danny Boy is actually doing, because I know Danny Boy outside of Pro Wrestling, and I also still talk to him out of Pro Wrestling, and he's focused, and he's more of a playing with friends, playing like Rainbow Six Siege, and I think he's finally going to quit Pro Wrestling.
I mean, he'll get inducted into the Hall of Fame for sure.
I thought he would already.
Yeah, no, but like with Hawkson
speaking of messes, the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that is a huge mess this year. We'll get to that later. We still have things to talk about. Hawkson gone, Daniel gone. Who are we left with? We're left with a main operating base, and this guy's alone. He wasn't there for Royal Rumble to undo any of the mistakes. He was left with a lot of shit on his hands. No understatement or anything. Mob took a lot of initiative, okay? This guy's pretty fucking bold with what he did. First of all, I'm introduced into the creative team, which is something Hawkson probably never would have done.
I wouldn't trust you either, not gonna lie.
Yeah, Jdude gets inducted into creative team. He takes all these, people who have expertise.
Honestly, I didn't expect to go in the creative. I was like, what? You're kidding me.
Yeah,
we're not going to do anything in there,
but
right?
I think what Mob excelled in, and that we haven't seen from the other guys, is that he actually was more inclined to lean on the fans to help guide further on. And that help, moving forward, I think we really benefited, because he started taking advice. He started moving in policies and whatnot. Everything that we had concerns about earlier, we would always address. We would talk through it. We would sift through discussion. And that's how we are at this current point, because Mob took initiative and he moved around. General managers, Hawkson, we relied on Hawkson to do most of the work. He was there. PXD, he was there. Revolt, he was there. SmackDown, he hosted all 3 shows. He was in the know about everything. With Mob, he reached out to more fans. We had Brian for a brief period as prospect. We have Corey as current prospect GM. Kenny Hero. I mean, not Ken. No. Kenny Okada. No. Oh God. Kenny Okada.
Oh no, leave me alone!
No.
I'm being attacked!
No.
I didn't mean to! Look, he was back to the
Man, if Kenny Hero ever hosts the show,
we're done.
It would probably be longer than my 24-hour show. He types so slow.
And no, it's so bad.
My keyboard. Okay, look. Toothy, Scotty Too Hottie. I got a nice microphone. So if I could randomly press a button, you can hear it. So yeah. So hold on. Let me type something. Scotty Too Hottie. There you go.
Yeah. All 30 letters worth plus backspace.
Yeah, there's a lot of backspace.
Yeah. I mean, what were we just talking? This shit happens all the fucking time on this show.
This is why we actually made a voice channel of this so we can have a little bit of fun.
So we can just have our fun. But Kenny Okada, he starts hosting SmackDown, and you know, it's not without its bumps, but he's new to it. So is Corey.
Yeah, cut him some slack.
Yeah, we got to cut him some slack here. I know that was the subject of debate in creative, but sifted through, worked through, it's all over.
A long debate.
Yeah. But like we had a lot of GM changes. We played around with who is staff and who goes where, and we figured it out. Brilliant move. I didn't even expect Mob to do this. He brought Unstable Ken from APRW to host Revolt. And I really like how Ken handles like the storylines for Wednesday. Because like after every matchup, there's just something to look at. It can be funny, it can be serious. And he's also taken in some of the core values that DWF has presented with him, and he's kind of integrating himself into the society, the environment of DWF. Thoughts on that?
About the GMs, Kenny Hero, I think he's a fine GM. I know he's not the best one you can get, but I think
Kenny Hero is a fine GM, says Jdude. Can we spam C in the chat for this?
What I like the most about Kenny is I love how he talks to like the community. Like you see him a lot in the chat, and he takes ideas and he considers them more than any regular GM would do.
Yeah, and it's not like he didn't consider the DWF guys. Those guys were priority number 1 on the fucking list of shit,
And
Mob told him, hey, these are the people you need to look after. Look after them, and, he looked after them. I can't say he didn't. Of course there was the APRW guys, but it's not like they were the chief focus. These are guys who are in DWF. And he's a really great GM. He's found major success in APRW. He's finding major success here in DWF. I think that's all I really have to say about that.
Kenny, he's also pretty... he's open to be helped. Like, when I stepped in to help him, he wasn't like, oh, I can do this by myself. He let me help him. I'm pretty sure he would do the same thing with anyone else who could help.
Yeah, and that's really impressive. For a guy who's found so much wild success, he doesn't have this big dick energy about him. He's willing to, sit down, talk with you. I remember he asked me to do a promo, and I said, go to my DMs. I like talking about my own promos. And we just sat there and discussed, and I was like, okay, yeah, shit, we can work with this, and we did. Afterward, he even complimented me. This is just good GMing. This is just looking after your guys, and this is shit DWF loves. We love looking out for each other.
Especially with the community we have in DWF, it's pretty hard. It's hard to talk to them. Some of them are, not some, most of them are toxic. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I'm pretty toxic myself.
Quite a lot.
And doing that along with GMing is pretty much an impressive thing to do.
Yeah.
Especially with a group this large.
Yeah.
Over 2,000 members large. And moving on from Kenny to the unstable Kenny. I think Ken is what has been doing for Revo. I think it's pretty creative in my mind. Like his backstage segments are the best I've seen.
The backstage segments I really adore. Yeah, after every match there's something to look at. That's what I'm saying. This guy really handles that well.
And he goes over many obstacles that many GMs would suffer through. Like ZJ, he wasn't there on Wednesday, but he still pulled through ZJ, even though he wasn't there. He made a whole segment about him in the next tag team match. And I thought, hey, that was pretty nice. Yeah,
pretty innovative. And there's a lot we can mutually benefit from just Ken. And he's willing to listen, which is great. Maybe not on everything, but who is?
Mm-hmm.
So that brings us from staff changes to the real big topic, which is going to take up 6,000 hours. No shit, dude.
The RCs.
The RCs. And here I'm going to let people talk. So if you want to talk about this, I swear to God, if you troll me, I'm going to kick you out the fucking chat. Like before I do that, we're gonna just like start with the small base. Rematch clause controversy post removal. Okay, we have to talk about how we got here first. Okay, I think I pioneered this a little. I made a video essay on the very DWF news channel about like why we should toss aside the rematch clause. You know, there's a lot of reasons, but what I didn't hear a lot of was reasons not to remove the RC. Most people that were like proponents of keeping RCs didn't really provide me with much reason as to why. And it really confused me, you know, how everyone was so willing to keep this RC, but at the same time, they can't explain why. And I think like I finally figured it out. It's the champion's prerogative, okay? If you lose a title, okay, in your mind, right, you're thinking building stats, building accomplishments. You want to pad a lot. You want to look really good when all is said and done, right? What's going to look better? One time with 3 months with one title, or 20 times over the course of like fucking 5 months, right? Yeah. But like, I think that's kind of cheap on my end, because if you have these people who work balls in and balls out to just get the N1C, and then when they win the title at the pay-per-view, all of that can be laid to shit because the other guy's just like, well, I've already done this before, why should I start at square one? So they cash in, and then, you know, back to square one for the other guy, because they have a rematch clause too. It's just a lot of this back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and that's like really repetitive.
And too many times I've seen it's been back and forth.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't help when a third guy comes in, because that's when you get like the 5-minute.
Yeah, the 5-minute reigns. You get those 24-hour reigns that you get accustomed to too, and like. It shits on storylines. If you try to ever build a storyline with someone else, good luck. You're gonna have to cut your losses.
It's basically
the only storyline you should be focusing on, you know, with RCs is the guy with the RC, right? Because that's the guy who you're gonna fight next. It's not even like whatever. And common theme in DWF: when you win the title, you just don't show up after that. You know, you don't want to get cashed in on. You want at least your 1 month. So many people are just like,
stop.
Yeah, a lot of people just aren't willing, you know. And then, you know, like after the rematch clause is finally removed, you know, we had enough support to do that. You know, it's finally gone. We cut our losses with that. People are still kind of shaken up about it. I don't know if it was the rematch clause stipulation or just the rematch gone in general.
I just think anyone who was complaining about it being removed, that weren't complaining it when it wasn't, shouldn't be talking, because they never did anything before it was removed. Like, no one did a thing. No one was against removing it. So like,
no one,
like people thought it was okay. Even Hoxton said it was okay.
Hoxton said, he didn't say it was okay. He said he changed his mind a lot. But this was just tradition. You know, it's DWF. We have a lot of tradition here. Rematch clause was, you know, there for the longest time. Maybe some people just aren't accustomed to that, you know, having it go on.
Rematch clauses are everywhere in wrestling. That's not just in DWF. It's not. My partake in rematch clauses that I'm not a big fan of them. They can ruin storylines very easily, but they can also set up storylines, as in like, oh, this competitor beat this champion, and then they're gonna start a storyline. It's an easy way, and it's also a kind of a sure way for someone to be confident about, let's say, an open challenge, because with that open challenge, they're able to get their title back, so there's not much of a big loss to it. And that's actually really one of the few reasons why I would say
I don't find much other reason apart from the fact that, hey, I get a second shot, I'm gonna use that shit. And I get the logic behind that, but, you know, we banned them now. They are outlawed. The RC stipulations, the last you'll ever hear of them, are at Buried Alive, and those are the people who couldn't cash in their RC because the champion was gone. So they're now in the title match, and that's it. After Buried Alive, zilch, you're never going to hear about them. And, I think DWF, in, regards to major feds, we're kind of in the taboo here. I know we mentioned Ken earlier, how he hosts Revolt, and, he raised questions of his own. There were people who didn't advocate for the removal of RCs, but who advocated for the reworking of RCs. Another good point, one of the few good points that actually came up about this RC stuff, what if they get teamed on in a triple threat? It turns into a 2-on-1 handicap. What are we supposed to say? Are we just going to cut their losses? I mean, in that regards...
It's a catch-22.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. And I mean, in that regards, I say, yeah, I've been in that situation. I came out just fine. And it's really if you're in a triple threat or a fatal four-way, the idea isn't we're going to take out the champion because we need a new champion. The idea is whoever has the most points has to go. Because that keeps the longevity of the match going, and that means you can rally up as many points, and you won't become a target, and the guy who is a target is the biggest threat because they're closest to winning the title. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, the main strategy about...
I don't even like the idea of redoing of rematch clause. I just think they should be removed. It's just going to cause more problems because either way, there's going to be people finding loopholes and all that. You might as well just remove them.
There's going to be a lot of exceptions if you really try to rework. If you get teamed on a triple threat, how are we supposed to determine that you are legitimately teamed? What's to say you weren't just caught in the crossfire?
And teaming is such an overused term in pro wrestling.
Yeah.
You could literally say because you were the first one to lose, they say, oh, they were teaming me and they were planning it out and all of that.
Yeah, the reach calls, this was a shit call. I deserve a rematch because the guy who's reffing sucks ass.
And never forget when they always ask when they say that they're lagging.
Or they're lagging. There's just a lot of room for excuses there. And I get the concern. I definitely do. I'm not saying DWF hasn't had, controversial calls before. We've had plenty of them. But it goes both ways. It's a little seesaw, back and forth. What do you want us to do? Anyways, we're going to let some people talk. Anyone who has opinions on the rematch clause controversy, type in the chat. I'm going to unmute you. We're going to hear your opinions. Okay, Harlito. You're on, buddy.
All right. I think it's cool, no lie.
Is that all?
Is that all?
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
You think RC...
Thank you, Jar.
Thank you, Jar. You're going back into the
Let's do GIP. I mean, GP Havoc.
Yeah, okay.
What do you think, RCs are cool or the removal of RCs are cool?
Speak now, GP. We just server unmuted you, so you better unmute yourself.
Yeah, unmute yourself, fool.
Let me give him the roles.
Okay. Jar says...
Okay, next person.
Next person. GP. TTB.
No.
I think that we should just leave him out. Shouldn't bring him back.
Okay.
Alright, thank you. Alright, TTB, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Alright, so if they're getting rid of them, that's cool. But if the majority says that they're staying, then what should happen is you shouldn't be allowed to use it right away. You should actually be able to schedule, or you should have to schedule a time of when you're going to use it, just so you don't, if you're trying to create a storyline and you're immediately dropping the title back and forth between each other, there's no time to plan for any of that.
So APRW style? I know they run things a little differently. I think Ken mentioned that within a 2 weeks. No, I think Ken mentioned it. Within a 2 week span, if you can schedule an RC, then
because
regardless, you have to go to that rematch clause. If you miss out, you miss out. But I mean,
well, you should be able to schedule it for a time that both people can come at least within the month before the pay-per-view.
Yeah, but no one's going to just tell them where they can or cannot.
All right, okay, Apple, next one.
Oh, hold up, I want to go back to that.
Okay.
Okay, but if we have like this rematch clause, all right, and you're allowed to schedule, yes, that does fix one problem, which is inactive champions are probably going to no-show. But that's one problem in like a series of multitude of problems that I think the rematch clause has posed. For example, title padding. Regardless of whether it has to be scheduled or not, if they can schedule it, that could just, that's better for them because then they can train and, they can be better prepared to like title pad. The other guy can't enjoy
my
his
input on this is that either way, no matter what you do, like, here's what it is. If, like, let's say if it's back-to-back, they keep, the other one keeps winning, the other keeps winning, yada, yada, yada. If they do, like, a month, then it's going to draw on longer than it should be.
Yeah, and especially if it's scheduled.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's why if you're gonna have like some like restriction of how long rematch clauses, in my opinion, in my honest opinion, I say a week. That's it, a week. And if you don't show, then you lose it. That's what I say.
That's like if I'm like I would say removal entirely, but like if I had to, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, even if you're like in a storyline, it probably should be scheduled for like a pay-per-view because that'll just like build up to it.
Yeah.
But that's like only for the
first example, like, Jason versus France Blue, that rivalry.
Yeah. Exactly.
And like, here's the thing.
Like that worked out.
Like with the rematch clause, there are guys who've worked so hard just to get the title, and then like within a week or in most cases it's just the day after.
Dude, I lost mine in 3 minutes.
Yeah, look at that. I think that's kind of cheesy.
Is that the record?
The primest example.
It is the record still. Yeah. It's still the record.
And I think
it was 2017.
The primest example here, Nico versus Cole. This guy went into a triple threat. Nico, he won towards the latter half. It was fucking tremendous. It was a huge Mania moment. The next day, Cole just shits on everything Nico had worked up to that point, just so he can add, number 5 to I have all these World Heavyweight Championships. Yeah. Thank you, TTB. It's been an honor. I'm gonna meet you.
You're very welcome.
Yes.
We're gonna give me my breakout superstar Slammy.
You're not new.
Well, in 2017 I was. He stole it from me.
Was there anyone else who wanted to talk?
Apple.
That wasn't a dig. That was like salami. All right. Will you?
Did you say salami? Wait a minute. What?
Okay. Havoc, speak.
What's up?
What's up, Havoc? What do you feel about RCs?
Didn't Havoc had time to speak?
Yeah, but now he's actually speaking, so... Speak!
Yeah.
Speak now.
Can y'all let me speak?
Yeah, speak.
Alright, I don't like RCs in DWF because they're overused. Especially for, like, regular shows.
Yeah.
And I'm actually kind of glad they got rid of them.
And that's a good point, too. Like regular shows that could have been used for storyline building and for, like, building talent, these were all, like... A lot of them could have been set aside just for, like, rematch clauses. An entire day. All these Fallout pay-per-view shows, oh, look, it's the SmackDown after the pay-per-view. That was just code word for rematch clause day.
Number 1 contenders, though.
Yeah. Thank you, Havoc. That was some insight. I didn't think about that.
No problem.
Yeah. Okay. Back to the server mute. Same
Back
Rollins
to
wants to speak.
Back to the
isn't actually that all we wanted to speak about, really?
I don't know. We could talk about more. Yeah.
Well, okay. I already got you. I'm gonna do what you guys need. Here's a quick little announcement. I am quitting pro wrestling. What I mean is I'm fully quitting pro wrestling. I'm leaving the DWF server. Yes, because I'm not coming back at all. This is going to be the first time I'm actually going to retire.
He found a girlfriend.
Shut up. The one main reason is because it's my senior year. I need to grow up. I need to focus on preparing for life after high school. And I got a lot of I gained a lot of friends through here. I'm still gonna I'm trying to keep my best to contact Scotty. I still talk to Dark, so that's gonna be the same thing.
An air levels.
Exactly, Jarlito.
Trust me, I'm literally I'm not coming back unless like I'm a dumbass and like I fuck up and I come back.
You fuck up.
That
He's like
sucks, you're
27. He's depressed.
Look,
He's
Havoc,
in his mother's basement,
you.
and the only thing that grants him satisfaction is row wrestling.
But yeah, I just wanted to make that clear because I didn't want to leave like out of nowhere. Because I've never announced me like leaving Pro Wrestling or anything. I've left a few times, but I've never announced it. This is the first time I'm announcing something like this. Apple, that was very, very, yeah.
So you retired pretty good?
I'll say this, because like you're still recording, right?
Yeah.
Scotty Too Hottie. Like I said, I'm still gonna keep contact with Scotty. I fucking unplugged my earbuds. Oh, that's fucking great. Okay, here we go. I can hear now. I gotta say thank you to Hawkston. Thank you to everyone in FA. Thank you to everyone that's here. Fuck the clown era.
Come on.
Aww.
I would say good luck to David, but I doubt. But doubts, you know. Big love for Darks for bringing me to DWF, and that's really it.
All right, so that was great.
Nice to say goodbye to everyone. Yeah, that's it.
Thank
You're
you for your
retiring
time,
forever?
France. I guess Jdude's my long-term partner now.
Yes, I'm sorry.
So Altair
But-
is retiring.
Yeah.
2 days.
Watch, I'm really gonna keep my word.
He really. I hope you do not
Yeah.
walk back on this. I'm gonna
Yeah.
play this clip over and over and over again if you ever come back.
If I come back, you're just gonna be like, yeah, I'm never coming back.
It's gonna be
All right.
titled "Retirement Speech," and every time
Yeah.
you enter a Roblox server, I'm gonna play it.
Oh no, I'm not saying I'm leaving Roblox.
All right, a Row Wrestling server.
But he's going to... I bet you're going to
Okay,
Yeah,
well, let's
no.
just say I'm fucking retired from DWF because I'm still gonna
Row
fuck
Wrestling
around with
is
SWF.
limited. Roblox is forever.
Yeah, Roblox is forever. But either way, it's been fun. It's been fun with DWF News. I enjoy DWF News. We are never wrong.
We are
Jdude,
never
you're gonna be
wrong about
like, all the
anything.
time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do we have time for more topics or no?
Hall of Fame. We have to talk about it.
France Blue for Hall of Fame.
France Blue for Hall of Fame. I'll vouch
if
for
I
you.
become Hall of Fame, I'll stay in the server just to fuck with people. I'll stay in
the
the
Hall of Fame this year.
Look,
bro.
I'll join back the server if I am Hall of Fame.
Oh
Someone's gotta
yes.
message
Okay.
me. I trust Scotty.
I'm getting you inducted. Hall of
I just
Fame.
got-
Remove this year.
I was
Alright.
actually going to say that I was going to retire near DWF Mania, but like, you know, I didn't want to be one of those fuckers that say, yeah, I should be Hall of Fame. I'm retiring.
I mean, air levels. Let's talk about Hall of Fame here. Me and
France
Jdude.
Blue.
No, me and Jdude were actually like trying to rationale like people that could be inducted a while back in the DWF creative server.
We're not saying any names.
We're not saying any names, but we're gonna say names. We were having some trouble actually figuring out who should be in the Hall of Fame this year. And it's not really we've run out of people. It's just like given current circumstances.
It's just y'all suck now.
Yeah, a lot of people suck.
Now y'all are fine.
You didn't hear that?
This is, but this is part of clown era shenanigans. People that are typically retiring in the clown era were kind of the scum back then and are still kind of scum right now. And
You hear that, France?
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
I'm part of the scum now.
No.
I'm the scum.
But the thing is,
It's not that. It's not that. I think the real reason is we can't put clowns in the Hall of Fame
There's a
They
lot of
belong to the circus.
You could put me. You can't look. If I'm gonna Hall of Fame, make sure everyone's scummy as fuck, so I can be the face of the Hall of
scummy
Fame.
as fuck.
Yeah, the head of the fucking Hall of Fame class of 2018.
Well, there are the people who've already been inducted. The obvious choices we have Georgian Stone.
Georgian.
Yeah, Georgian Stone. I've always called him
Georgian.
that. But he's always, that's a long time coming. He should have been inducted. I was honestly
thought that
thinking
man was
like
already in Hall of
2017.
Fame.
Yeah,
He is.
I was inducted before he is, and he was here before me. He was Summer Gen. I was post Summer Gen. I guess it's just I retired 30 times, and I got one.
I don't even know what my era was called. Call it the blue era because I was the
What
most
time did you
relevant
join
of it.
again?
We
It
in
was
the
like-
blue area. Era.
Fuck, that's so long. Okay.
Dude, if it was late 2017, then that's Dark Age.
I legit don't know. It might be late. It might be late.
No, I think it's
2017.
Dark Age. Yeah, because you're definitely not Clown Era, and I don't recall you from post Summer.
Hell no, I'm not fucking clown.
Yeah, no
era.
way
I've
you're a
been
Clown
here for
Era.
a good while.
The Jdude title era. Wow, nice.
Look. Okay, what's the 2018 era?
Dark Age.
Fuck.
Late 2017 to 18 is Dark Age.
Okay, what about early 2017?
Post Summer Gen.
Fuck. No, it can't be called that. No. What the shit?
That's me. I'm post Summer Gen.
Yeah, I'm post Summer Gen. That's what I
Wait,
call
me
it.
and France.
Oh.
Me and France
I don't know
joined
what
at
to
the
call
same
that.
time. He's retiring already.
Oh, did we really?
Yeah.
Oh, so I guess I am
PXCC.
post summer jam.
PXCC while in main roster, I think.
Oh shit. Oh, I'm not even in the dark era. No one's really came from the dark era. I guess FA.
It's not always, what day you debuted. More so, it's just at the point of your prime, when you peaked, at least, unless you're mean, you're always peaking. The place that your career peaked is where you're most personified. Let's say if Engine chooses retire now, he's going to be going down as probably one of the best of the Clown Era, right? It's not really so much what you debated.
Yeah, screw it. I'm dark era. I don't know, but I'm dark era. Best in the dark era.
Okay. We were talking about Hall of Fame. Let's talk about people that were inducted. I said Georgian Stone.
Blue era.
We in the blue era of DWF.
We in the
blue era. DWF news era.
DWF news era.
How about Kenny Hero, this absolute meme machine?
I don't think has he been here that long?
Oh yeah, he's an old gen. He's an old gen, and that predates Summer Gen definitely.
He gave up. I swear that man. He gave up the Hall of Fame for the world title
an N1C that he was not gonna win. And this guy is so old. He's old as dirt. Same time Hawkson came around, and he was a big deal back then. I say back then.
I can't believe you got an immortal title shot. Like, really?
Yeah, the time Shift Lock came around, he still remained somewhat relevant. He could hold his own. But, Dark Age era, you didn't see him, you didn't hear him. Post Summer Gen, you didn't see him, you didn't hear him. Clown era was when shit hit the fan with this guy, because,
he almost tried to exploit Mania.
Kenny was so ass, like, at this decline of his career. It is mind-boggling, like, I cannot believe this dude had as many shots as he did. And I talked to this guy in DMs, and he was like, the only reasons I'm really getting these pushes is because I want to have my Immortal match at DWF Mania. I want the main event before I retire. And after that, I'm going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Dude? How old is that guy?
He's like 18. He's not retarded either. Yeah,
and
but like,
he types as slow as he does?
Yes, and he types as slow as he does. This guy expected to be the main event of DWF Mania 12 and then retire afterward. This guy rejected his Hall of Fame ring for an N1C he did not win. He was given 3 open challenge shots and he got buried 3 times. So total
If
meme
that isn't
machine.
a clown,
Kenny
I don't
Hero.
know what it is.
Yeah, I think this guy. I know he peaked in the old age, but he definitely is the personification of clown era. He really is, and I don't say
He's
that
probably the one who
lightly.
began it.
Cause like you see guys like Engine who did their Engine and Nick Jobber, they do their gimmicks ironically, and they know it. They know they're doing this for laughs. Kenny wants to be taken seriously, and it falls flat on his face. And I
We're
cannot
still talking
stress that
about
enough.
people for like Hall of Fame candidates, right?
Me and Jdude did talk. We threw around some names. I'm fine with throwing around names if he's fine with throwing around names.
All right,
It's
okay,
best not to
okay.
reveal- It's best not to reveal what name.
Let me pick. What about Winner?
Is he? If depends on if he retires. I mean,
Oh,
Winner.
he has to retire.
Winner? Did you say winner?
Yeah.
largely dependent
No
on when
hate,
you
but he
retire.
doesn't
You can
deserve
get inducted when you're active. It's happened before. I'm
is,
not saying.
is Winner suspended again?
No. He's just depressed.
He's
and
definitely
everything.
he definitely should be class of the Clown Era Hall of Fame then.
Yeah, I think he personifies clown era too.
Yeah, he personifies Clown Era,
I mean,
but
it's not that he doesn't lack accomplishments. It's just like it's hard to
he's a
define
fucking
him.
idiot, and that's what I like about him.
Yeah, like the peak of his career was controversy, and like if this was Devi we were talking about, it would make sense.
Oh my god!
But
do
the
you
winner
remember-
controversy, dude, I don't even remember what that was for. I wasn't even
Scotty,
here for that.
remember when like even Hawkson was roasting Winner?
Even
about, like,
Hawkson, when
about, like,
Hawkson
he even
talked
looks
in the
like he was.
court. I know, it's so beyond.
That was just cold. He was like, if you want to be on the poster, don't look like this. And you showed a picture of winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh my Christ. And I know this kid's emo too. Fucking Hawkson. Listens to I Prevail every 30 seconds.
It's confirmed, guys. Toothy thinks Hawkson's emo.
It's not that I think it's emo, it's that he
Hawkson
said
versus
he's emo.
Scotty.
He said he's emo. Check the pins in Off Topic.
Okay.
Off topic.
Shut up, it's a song about suicide.
All right, so here's some people for our Hall of Fame. Hawkson, okay.
Hawkson inducting himself into the Hall
Yeah.
of Fame.
Danny Boy.
Daniel, I can see it. I think he's had a few
guess.
majors. A few minors. The Brim
I still
character
have no
definitely was a
majors, and that
highlight.
sucks.
He was heavily advertised as a big shot, so I can definitely see it. How about QCDC?
Fuck around and like induct Darks twice as like Daniel Sorenso and Brim.
And Brim twice.
Yeah. Fuck around.
Yeah.
It's a clown era. We could
The
do
clown
that
era. I think we could get away with this.
Or
You're
you guys
struggling
can
with
get
coming
that
up with
on.
candidates.
Is Zola Hall of Fame
Dawn.
Is that the edgy girl? I think I remember her.
good? Zoli?
No, Rosemary. I don't even remember her, so this must have been a Dark Age fighter. What about QCDC? I know we're talking about underrated here. Someone mentioned Rosemary, so I'm going to mention QCDC. I think he's the most underrated of all time.
I remember
What is
QCDC.
he?
That man's good. I remember him.
Yeah.
He was cool.
He was cool. I think he should get inducted. He won the Rip DJ.
So this
Whoever
is a
that
clown
is.
era. This is a clown era. Even though he didn't go to DWF, a lot of people might know him. We should induct Silver Rollins. Yeah, fuck it.
Here's another big
Really?
name, D1Z Callahan.
I knew people
When
would
did
be mad about
when
that.
did he join? When did he join?
It had a no. D1Z had to be here at like Dark Age. I don't remember him for post Summer Jam.
D1Z's Dark Age, but I still say
I know he
that could be a good
debuted in like
candidate.
late post Summer Gen, but
But he
Dark
was
Age
relevant
was a peak.
in
Yeah.
Dark Era.
Yeah, it's a peak of what time really sets where you were personified. I think D1Z is pretty good choice. How about Brooksy?
I don't know.
No? I joked about that one.
Nah.
Eat my ass. Here's a surprising one. Mike MLM.
Yeah, he definitely deserves it.
He definitely, yep. There's the pop.
My boy Mike, yes. I've always actually wanted, that was a dream match for me. Me versus Mike. It was like me, the Jackrabbit versus the Reach God himself. That's always been a.
Whenever you
that's
want to
always been a
fight
dream
him,
match of
though,
mine.
he's gone.
Yeah,
This
like
man, this man MLM. He beat OMG Ballard and Falco in the same night back to back.
Yeah,
That's not
if that's not awesome enough to get inducted,
Is Water Hall of Fame? I don't think so.
No, but
No,
Water's
he's not
still
Hall of Fame
active,
yet.
so he's not really, a choice.
Yeah.
I think
Water, if you retired, you would be a good Hall of Famer.
What about Brutal Damon, the brief stint in the Dark Age?
Oh, Brutal Damon.
It's a big no. DWF
No,
does
that's a
not
big
like
no.
Brutal Damon. Okay.
Dad, yeah, let's put Dad into
Another
DWF.
underrated, Bad Boy LA.
Yes.
No,
Yes,
I say no.
It's a yes.
It's a yes.
He didn't really do shit. He honestly didn't do shit in DWF.
He was USC, wasn't he?
He went to
Maybe-
USC. I mean,
Maybe
we're throwing around.
like United States, that's about it. But like he didn't really do shit in DWF itself.
Yeah.
I guess.
And he's bigger in other places.
Yeah, that's about it.
Sting?
Let's see who else.
Zutaz?
That's about everyone that was
Zutaz?
active. And is still in.
Zutaz.
Zutaz probably will get inducted soon. That's probably a guarantee. Okay,
What
here's
about okay, this might be controversial. What about Zayn?
No, he's still a world champion.
Oh, are you
yeah,
serious?
he's still active. Zayn will be Hall of
Active,
Fame.
quote-unquote.
Yeah, most definitely when he retires, but that's not recent. Here's a name that most people aren't thinking about, but I think should be heavily considered. Like kind of how people don't think about Andre
Alex Tatum's
Iguodala.
like, I believe, already
as
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Alex is Hall of Fame. But like, people would think Andre Iguodala as Hall of Fame. What about Jazzy Danger?
What's his best belt that he won?
Okay, it's not really. This guy is not. He isn't a belt chaser. This guy was a revered jobber. This is the opposite end of the spectrum, but he was huge in DWF.
Are you
He's
saying
a legend.
Dr. Roberts soon?
No. Don't twist my words. Don't put words in my mouth. I said Jazzy Danger.
We can't.
All right. What about Phoenix?
Yeah.
I think that'd be a pretty good choice. The guy definitely didn't have, probably not as great of a career as he expected.
Yeah, but he was relevant as hell.
He
in
was
DWF.
relevant as hell, and this guy, he was in a major scene, in and out. There's times where he was just around the minors. But, I agree with you. This guy was very relevant. This guy was a consideration at, all times. So, that begs people that should be... Oh, yeah, Seth Axton probably should be inducted. That probably covers the scope of people who are inducted... or should be inducted before 2020. Let's talk about people that will be inducted in the future. As of now, all the active wrestlers you see in DWF that you expect to be inducted in the future.
Not Charlito.
Not Harlito. Poor Harlito.
You're fucking blocked.
Yeah, Water's definitely gonna get inducted soon. Whenever he chooses to retire. Old Depressing Ass peaked around post Summer Gen. I'm pretty sure around 2017 when he was on the three-time world title.
Of course, he'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Hazard.
Okay, let's. What about Nico?
I can say Nico.
Yeah,
He
I
could
would
probably
say
be in the
Nico.
Hall of Fame this next year.
This is a lot of because these are active guys, so they don't have the entire plate, on the resume here.
If I can win a
Diabolical.
major,
I
can get in the Hall
think
of Fame.
Is Cole Hall of Fame? I'm pretty sure he's Hall of Fame.
Cole will be Hall of Fame. He will be soon. Diabolical. Y2G.
Yeah, DJI.
I'm surprised he hasn't been inducted already.
He's not inducted already? What?
No.
Diabolical? Nah, get out of here.
Crazy. Yeah, I know, but
That's
he
crazy. Crazy, y'all was crazy once.
there's a lot
Look,
of
in a
crazy.
room full of rats.
All right, let's play with fire here, like real fire, like super fire. Oh wait, look, there's a legends rank. I completely forgot about. Completely forgot about the legends rank. Look, fucking Sin the Savior. I totally forgot about this guy. Anyways, let's play with fire here. Let's guess rookies that will be inducted into the Hall of Fame. prospects and
None.
guys who just got into the Hall of Fame.
None.
Okay, yeah.
Immortal.
I mean, air levels. This is a iffy one because he's probably going to get inducted. My personal opinion, I don't think he should be inducted. Hello? Did y'all die on me? Did y'all hear
No,
what I
I'm
said?
here.
Yeah, I think Insanity will end up. If he stays around as long as I expect him to, he definitely
Who knows?
probably will.
Maybe he'll pull a Triple H and get inducted twice with like
I mean,
FA
the guy's
and
already immortal N1C. He did that tonight. And
I want Myron to be
again,
in
he
the
beat
Hall of
Raheem
Fame.
De Niro. He
he's already
smacked
immortal
Raheem.
N1C.
Yeah, he smacked Raheem.
To be fair, like half that gauntlet was jobbers. So.
Yeah. Well, the first half, but like still, he beat the first half. Well, no, he beat Limit, who beat the first half, and then he beat De Niro. Not De Niro. Yeah, De Niro. Raheem De Niro.
I can't believe Mom put low cards in a in a
that was really like, holy shit, dude. That's a yikes when you put Poisonous Silo in an Immortal N1C match, and this guy knows, like, even he doesn't want to be, chasing majors right about now. Justin Hazard definitely wants to chase majors, and he's definitely doing that right now. He's the N1C.
But the thing is, he's only been here for 2 months.
Yeah, but I mean, when I was 4 months into my career, I was already holding the World Heavyweight Championship, and I'm the fucking GOAT. So
okay, that's sad because I haven't held a single major.
Verizon Wireless.
TTB flexing his world title reign. More rookies. Do we think Austin Dane's gonna pan out?
Yes.
I think he will. Probably not at the rate that Justin will. But I mean, potential. He was my favorite prospect coming out of PXT. I mean, yeah, I feel like Austin may go on a break. The guy hasn't been too hot.
I might go on break too.
That's a stretch.
I might go on break to pay-per-view.
Let's see. Other rookies. Let me look at low carders. What about Immortal?
Yeah, I said him earlier.
Oh, you did? Okay, nice.
I think it's dragged on quite a little bit longer than it should have.
Yeah. Okay, last
A lot of people
segment.
are saying Havoc.
Questions for hosts.
No, this is mainly Havoc and Water.
Questions for hosts. Whoever has them, add us, and we're gonna answer.
At me, and you might get a smart-ass response.
I ate it softly. Apple, I need to see more of you. I don't know what happened between that inactive stint from Royal Rumble and Mania.
Oh, Jarlito, I forgot you had an IC title. What if I won the
Man,
IC?
I love how he said, like, yeah, at us and we'll answer questions. The only person who at anyone was Apple.
Apple. Yeah. Everyone else is just cooning around.
Yeah.
When TTB retires.
Is there question for
When
me
TTB gets inducted for calling me the GOAT before anyone else does, and that's the entire premise of his induction, and that's it.
Talk about
Buried alive. Well, I mean, I don't know if
The
there's
name
much.
shouldn't be buried alive.
I don't know if there's much to talk about, but I will say the Buried Alive match, I tested it. It is humongous. It's gonna be outside of the arena. It's a giant pit. I'm gonna try and explain. It's a giant pit. It's like a hole, like a giant square hole, and you're gonna be on the outside of the hole with the TD. And the idea is you knock somebody in, and then you go to this lever. You're gonna climb up a truss. There's like a red switch and a green switch. When you hit the green switch, you're going to open up a lid, and it's going to lock them inside. And whenever they touch the ground, they're dying. If they hit the red switch, you open it up, and you can team on people in this Buried Alive match. But, I mean...
Is it for any title match? Like, is it for a title match, or is it
I
just
don't
a
know.
match?
I think what we're going to see is something like Ultimate X. Maybe there's a stipulation behind it. Maybe it's just for a grudge match. There's no way you could use that in a one-on-one setting. You need like 12 people for that thing. It's humongous, I'm telling you.
So, is there anything else to talk about?
Yep. Any other questions? Any other topics? Let me know. Mar Hardy. I don't know who the fuck that is, so I'm gonna go on a limb and say
I think
no.
we're done with Hall of Fames.
Yep. Pretty much done with Hall of Fame. So, anything else to talk about? I'm thinking next podcast we're gonna discuss fantasy matchups. I think that'd be a cool idea to play around with. We just take random legends. The future of DWF. I think the future of DWF will be good. I mean,
if done properly.
Yeah, if done properly. We've seen some effectiveness out of what we've had on such short notice. DWF Mania 12 was a smash hit. I expect a lot more pay-per-views like that. Moving forward, it's really just about consistency, sticking by the decisions. If storylines are good, that'll be great. I think the storylines currently are really great. Performances should still be awesome. I think we're looking at another Backlash era kind of thing. You know, really great pay-per-views. There's a lot of hype. You know, I think we can wrap it up here. That's DWF news.
So before you end it, because now you get to see the amazing, the great France Blue leave the server.
All right, I'm waiting.
Wow!
Let's see it.
Wow!
Let's see it.
All right. See you guys in 3, 2,
if I just
1.
kick him.
Oh, fuck.
He fucked up. Yeah, great. Good job. All right, he's gone
he
now.
left to celebrate. No, I'm kidding.
Everybody celebrate. Let's get the music.
Let's go.
Let's go. Woo! Yeah. Well, I guess Jdude's my new partner. With that being said, that's DWF News for you. I'm joined by my new co-partner, Jdude567. Peace out.
What's up?
All right,